Imagine stepping into a grocery store where the smell of freshly ground coffee filled the air before you even grabbed a shopping cart. A place where friendly employees knew your name. Children begged for one last ride before heading home, and every shopping trip felt like a community event instead of a rushed errand. These stores weren't just places to buy food. They were part of everyday American life. Many of the features that once made grocery shopping memorable have quietly disappeared, replaced by technology, automation, and changing habits. Today, we're taking a nostalgic trip back in time to explore 15 old grocery store features that have vanished forever. 1. Stamp books. Long before digital rewards apps and loyalty cards, shoppers collected trading stamps with every grocery purchase. Families carefully pasted these tiny stamps into booklets at the kitchen table, often with children helping after dinner. Filling enough books could earn everything from toasters to furniture. It transformed ordinary grocery shopping into a family goal, creating excitement with every visit. While modern reward programs offer convenience, they can never quite match the anticipation of finally redeeming a stack of filled stamp books. 2. Price guns. Before barcodes took over every checkout lane, store employees spent hours manually pricing each item. Walking through the aisles, they carried heavy pricing guns that stamped numbers onto cans, boxes, and bottles. The distinctive clicking sound became part of the grocery store atmosphere. Every item told its own story with a little sticker attached. Today, scanners work instantly, but they've erased a small ritual that shoppers once saw every week. 3. Tube testers. There was a time when fixing a television started with a trip to the grocery store. Near the entrance, many supermarkets housed large vacuum tube testing machines. Families would remove tubes from their radios or TVs and bring them in for testing. If one failed, a replacement could often be purchased on the spot. It was an unusual but practical service that turned grocery stores into miniature technology centers. As electronics evolved, these machines quietly disappeared. 4. Weekly collections. Many grocery stores encouraged repeat visits through special weekly promotions. One week customers received a dinner plate, the next week a matching bowl, and later a serving dish. Some stores even offered encyclopedia sets one volume at a time. Families patiently built complete collections over months, creating treasured household items that lasted for decades. Shopping wasn't just about groceries. It was about completing something special. 5. Carryouts. Shopping once came with a level of personal service that feels almost unimaginable today. After groceries were bagged, employees would escort customers to their cars and carefully load every package. Elderly shoppers especially appreciated the extra help. These workers became familiar faces in the community, often greeting customers by name. Rising labor costs eventually made this service rare, but many still remember it fondly. 6. Glass returns. Milk, soda, and other beverages were commonly sold in sturdy glass bottles with refundable deposits. Families stored empty bottles in garages and kitchens until the next shopping trip. Returning them wasn't just good for the environment, it was part of the routine. Children often enjoyed counting bottles and collecting the refund money. The shift to disposable packaging brought convenience, but ended a surprisingly sustainable tradition. 7. Coffee mills. One of the most unforgettable grocery store experiences was hearing the rumble of a coffee grinder in action. Customers purchased whole beans and ground them fresh right in the store. The rich aroma spread through the aisles, making every shopping trip feel warm and inviting. Modern packaging may preserve freshness, but it can't recreate the atmosphere those grinders created. 8. Kiddie rides. Outside many grocery stores stood brightly painted mechanical horses, rockets, and fire trucks. For just a few coins, children could enjoy a short ride while parents finished shopping. These simple attractions became treasured childhood memories and often determined whether a shopping trip ended happily. Safety concerns and maintenance costs eventually caused most of them to disappear. 9. Cigarette machines. For decades, vending machines selling cigarettes stood openly near grocery store entrances. Customers simply inserted coins and selected their preferred brand. At the time, it seemed completely normal. As public awareness of health risks increased and regulations tightened, these machines vanished from grocery stores across America. 10. Sawdust floors. Older butcher departments often featured floors covered in fresh sawdust. It absorbed moisture, improved footing, and helped keep work areas cleaner. Watching skilled butchers cut meat behind the counter was part of the shopping experience. Modern sanitation standards eventually replaced this rustic feature with easier-to-clean surfaces. 11. Parcel lanes. Some larger grocery stores offered dedicated pickup lanes where customers could drive up and have groceries loaded directly into their vehicles. Long before online grocery pickup existed, stores were already experimenting with convenience. These early systems demonstrated how businesses adapted to changing customer needs decades ago. 12. Recipe cards. Many supermarkets provided free recipe cards near displays of featured ingredients. Shoppers often collected them in kitchen drawers or recipe boxes. These cards introduced families to new meals and inspired generations of home cooks. Today, online recipes are everywhere, but those printed cards carried a personal touch. 13. Trading counters. Local grocery stores frequently included service counters where customers could request freshly sliced meats, cheeses, or specialty products. Conversations with knowledgeable staff were common, and recommendations often felt like advice from a trusted neighbor. Automation and prepackaged foods have reduced much of that personal interaction. 14. Community boards. Near entrances, bulletin boards connected entire neighborhoods. Residents advertised babysitting services, local events, lost pets, and community gatherings. Grocery stores served as information hubs long before social media existed. These simple corkboards strengthened community ties in ways many people still miss. 15. Paper ledgers. Before computers tracked every purchase, many small grocery stores maintained handwritten credit accounts for trusted customers. Shop owners carefully recorded purchases in large ledger books and settled balances later. This system relied entirely on trust and relationships, reflecting a time when businesses and customers knew each other personally. Final thoughts. These forgotten grocery store features remind us that shopping was once about far more than filling a cart. It was a social experience filled with familiar faces, helpful service, and small traditions that brought communities together. While technology has made shopping faster and more efficient, many of these vanished features still hold a special place in our memories. Which one do you wish would come back? Share your favorite grocery store memory in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey into the past, be sure to like this video and subscribe to American Restored for more nostalgic stories from America's golden years.